is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Wings of B. Again, with more of the same boss as last time. Which, you know, at least I learned that this boss basically has no RNG except for like 2 patterns, right? But overall, what's hard about this boss is probably the fact that you have to endure for a long time with pretty, you know, unfortunate patterns that can mean death pretty easily. You know, at least what I thought it was incredibly hard. I mean, it was hard, it's just that not incredibly hard. So, I don't know. Overall, could have been worse. Oh, fuck. I don't even know what hit me there. That's fine. Oh, this attack. Maybe I should activate the Weapon of Lust there, considering that I'm not gonna hit them with this melee. Problem is that switching weapon in the middle of the action is pretty hard. Maybe I should get rid of that ball as soon as I can instead of getting rid of it in the end. I don't know. See, because it becomes a problem right there. Hey Thundit, where's it going? I'm going pretty fine, except, you know, for the fact that this boss is in front of me. That's fine. I mean, I don't think this boss is gonna take longer than Amethyst, so I'm a little bit relieved on that side, but it's still gonna take long, so, you know, we're doing what we can. No, I don't think getting rid of that ball as soon as I can is a good idea. Because that's what's giving me the most trouble. Have you been doing only this boss, or did you try the other one as well? No, I've been only doing this boss, because the other one is way harder than this one. Which, you know, you might think it's crazy, right? Because this boss, you see it and you see that it's incredibly hard. But no, the other one is even harder than this one. So I'm doing this one first. That asshole survived, damn it. Those dogs. But yeah. And I'm really wondering how are these orcs gonna behave when I kill one of them. Because, again, this, as just as any other double boss battle in probably any video game, if you kill one of them, the other one is gonna get stronger. That's usually how it goes, right? That's usually how it goes, and if that's the case, really don't know what to do. Really have no real clue of what to do there. Considering that it's already this hard. I guess I should kill it there, but my damage is too low. The other one looked like a bit of a pain, yeah. I mean, the most painful thing about the other boss is that you can hit them whenever you want, right? Like, you need to hit them in a specific place. You defeated Satsusa, good stuff. When you say defeated, you mean that you no-missed it, or what do you mean? This one again. This attack is so painful. They have such huge hitboxes that dodging this is just unfair. One miss, and I also did no miss final attack separately. Nice. I will do no miss if I could find the new and improved strategies the Japanese players are using, but apparently they aren't showing their replays because of some copyright or something. Because of copyright? Why will copyright be an issue with replays? That's pretty dumb. Just don't want another Hiva grind, since I was actually the first to no-miss that boss on YouTube or anywhere else I could find. Damn, good stuff. I don't know why copyright would be an issue in something like replays, which are something that, you know, are created in-game. It's not like one of those gameplays where, you know, we are in a story mode where the cutscenes are, you know, logged so they can be streamed, right? This is just like in-game replay. Doesn't get any more legal than that, right? Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And this shit again, of course. Probably someone say this: in Japan the doctrine of fair use doesn't exist as such, and the arcade prohibits disclosure of the run except in the form of licensed Superplay DVDs. Damn, that sucks. And sometimes Japan is so stupid when it comes to laws like that, right? Like, what the hell? That's incredibly stupid. You know, if you think copyright laws in the rest of the world are outdated, Japan is like, hold my beer. Or I guess hold my sake in this case. I mean, pretty much all of Japanese laws are completely outdated. Because a lot of the ideology of the country is insanely outdated. So, you know, those kind of things tend to happen. Sadly, but they tend to happen. I think I will taking a break now instead of no missing it. I hope one day I can find a video of the new strategies. At least I no miss all the true last bosses and one miss at Susa. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good record. At least it is in my book. Wait, why is that dog not dying? What's the perk here? I don't get it. Why are you not dying? Oh, they died there. It seems that it's easier to do the other ones, because they have more momentum maybe. I don't think momentum is that important. This might hurt. Or not. And now what? The shields? Fuck. And I'm dead. Or not. Not yet. But soon to be dead. Ooh, that trap almost gets me. Oh, damn it. Stupid dog. I hate dogs. What's your personal best on this boss? I think reaching half meter with both bosses. I mean with both orcs, right? I think that's my personal best, which is not really much, and in fact it's a pretty shitty personal best, but damn, that trap there was so uncalled for. Damn it. That's the problem. The traps are one of the only RNG elements in this fight, right? There aren't many RNG elements here. The problem is that they can spawn in pretty inconvenient places. And considering that you have to do these dog patterns like 3 times or something before the boss is dead, you really can't do much. Be a problem. And the shields again, of course, why not? This attack is so much horseshit, like, it's so unbelievably bad. Too late. Really don't understand why it's like that in Chopin. Well, like I said, a lot of things in Chopin are incredibly outdated. And you know, copyright laws are one of those. Like, it's like so... You know, it's one of those things when they forget about the people, right? Like, one of those laws that are made only for corporations. They don't give a shit about people. So yeah, that's one of those. Thankfully, in most of the world, those copyright laws are not that bad. But in Chopin, they suck. You know, Chopin is also a country that basically forgets a lot about people. So it's not surprising in the slightest. That's gonna be a problem. Well, here we have the Tom and Sherry pattern. How could I fuck this up? I guess I got too greedy, right? Nice. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's gonna kill. Or not. No, that's definitely gonna kill. Damn, I got so incredibly lucky, it's nuts. I got so lucky there. Well, I mean, it's not like it's gonna last for long, but that got really lucky there. Well, I guess that's my personal best right now. Almost 40% in both bosses. Yeah, pretty much new personal best. There's actually a few replays of other bosses and games that I would like to see that are also probably unavailable because of that. Yeah. There's also the fact about Japan that not only it is outdated in those kind of things, but also it's a pretty close country, right? So sharing things like that with other countries is like not really a priority for a lot of them, right? Oh fuck. I mean, the amount of companies that Japanese companies I'm talking about, right? That when they release like a game or something like that, Japan is the priority, but any other country is like, they are just secondary. I mean, just to tell you about Toho, right? How soon took so long to put the games on Steam because he feels like, you know, Japan only, right? In fact, he say that he wished there was a competitor on Steam, like a Steam competitor from Japan, right? And then you're like, why? Why would you want that? Like, that's so close-minded, right? You only want a competitor, a Steam competitor from Japan, just so you can sell it overseas. Like, that's how it reads to me. That's how it reads. The Japanese community itself is pretty isolated. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the players, I know. Yeah. You know, it is like that with a lot of things, right? They are pretty nationalist after all. Yeah, I remember being salty when I read that thing that Soon said. Maybe it was a mistranslation, so I maybe shouldn't judge a translation, but when he said that he wished there was a Japanese competitor to Steam, I was so salty, like, come on dude. You have something that is a standard for everyone, you want to make them even more exclusive, like, fuck off. It's always been almost as if they live in another world compared to everyone else. Yeah, I know. Probably not considering Sun's past, he didn't even care about the Western community for a long time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like when people ask him for translations, he was like, yeah, sure, I'd rather have my fans take care of that. Like, basically eat shit if you're not Japanese. And, you know, a lot of people called Sun out for that, right? A lot of people were like, come on bro, at least try to make it look like you care, right? You might not care, that's fine, but at least try to make it look like it's not so blatantly obvious, right? You know, what's even worse, because obviously that behavior is pretty bad, but it's even worse that there's people from overseas, like around the world, that are defending that posture, right? Like they are, oh, he doesn't have to care about the rest of the world, Japan is the only relevant thing or shit like that, and I'm like, come on. Like, you're not Japanese, why are you even saying that? you know, whatever. At least he put the recent games on Steam, so that's what matters. Cave actually put in more effort than Sun did in RR. Yeah, I'm actually surprised about Cave. Sadly, they didn't go the full way with all their games, but I'm pretty glad that they have 3 of their games on Steam, and they are really good ports. Like, that's the good thing. Like, Cave ports of those games are so well done that it's like you really feel like you got your money's worth, right? Out of Cave's port. Like, for example, Dodonpachi Resurrection, right? Which is the Dodonpachi Daifukatsu port. Like, it's not only a port, it's like a compilation, a collection, you know. It's everything. And it's so well done. And it's not like it's full price or anything like that. It's incredibly cheap too. So that's so well done, right? You really want to congratulate Cave for doing something like that. That kind of thinking is pretty stupid since Sun is only losing out sales in the end. Well, I mean, I don't really mind that he loses sales, right? Like, that's his business, right? He doesn't mind losing sales, that's fine. What I find that it's bad is that he pretty much, with that attitude, I feel like he's treating his overseas fans like shit. That's the problem. I mean, if he misses out on sales, I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's your money, right? So, don't really care, but it's more like the attitude what bothers me, right? Like, it's not like your overseas Touhou community is niche or anything like that. It's pretty big, right? Try the MAME version of Daifukatsu on PC with a keyboard with an emulator and it works great, basically the same as the port, although the port had missing slowdown in Arrange A. Wait, Arrange A was supposed to have slowdown? So basically that's a mistake on the port? Interesting. Didn't know that. But then again, being able to even play Arrange A is already a big thing, right? Like, I didn't even know Arrange A even existed. But thanks to Resurrection, I can actually, you know, can actually play it. Oh, fuck. Damn, and it actually hit me. It actually can hit me. I thought that didn't do shit on the first hit, but I guess I was wrong. Oh, fuck. More sales should be more appealing to Sun. That'd be nice to some foreigners that doesn't seem to care much about. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Which is pretty sad, but yeah. It's fine since Arrange has the most overpowered hyper in existence. Somebody actually timed out both of Hibachi's faces, no miss for 15 minutes because of that OP hyper. Interesting. Yeah, basically, I really congratulate Cave for having such an amazing port. I mean, it's even translated, right? That's something that it's so rare. And I'm not just saying the menus, right? Like, obviously the menus are translated, but I mean something like, for example, Longena's dialogue, right? That's something that normally from a company like that you wouldn't expect that. But they even did that because they actually care. Those are the kind of things that I like about Gabe. Like really, something like the dialogue of, you know, a section that only happens for like a minute or less. People wouldn't even consider translating that, right? You will be like, oh, there's no way they are gonna translate something like that. No, but they did. Because it's not just as simple as changing a text. I'm pretty sure a lot of that text is also images. They actually put the effort on that. That hit me, damn it. You know, this pattern that I thought was the easiest one is actually pretty hard. I don't know why I thought this was gonna be the easiest one. It was a big mistake. Yeah, exactly. It's time for you to die farewell. Yeah, it's pretty well done, honestly. And meanwhile, Soon doesn't give a shit. Has all the games in Japanese. Without, like, the worst part about Soon is that not only he doesn't give a shit about translation, but he also keeps the bugs. He doesn't even bother fixing them. That's so fucked up. Like, you will at least think that for a Steam version you will try a little bit harder. Nope, he won't. Damn it. I don't know what to do on this one. I really don't. Just so you know, Longinara is actually most likely piloting Hibachi himself, so you're actually fighting Longinara. Yeah, I basically thought that. Although I was thinking more along the lines that he was piloting Taisabachi and Hibachi was like an AI, like an emergency AI that triggered when the main ship was destroyed. You know, I guess being Longena also makes sense. It could be both. Oh, damn it. What if I do this instead? Okay, that's not gonna work. Seems like when you're too far, you really have to say goodbye to dodging this. I don't really get it. I don't get how to do this part. Some lore, not sure if it's official, says he's the one piloting Hibachi. Damn. Well, the last phase of Hibachi actually has like a humanoid form, so it will make sense. It's like a mech, right? Or like an exoskeleton suit, something like that, right? This is gonna suck. Well, I mean, not really that... Wow. Interesting. I did not expect that. So the last phase is basically him using a mechanized suit. Oh. So it's not mech, it's mech. Damn. That's so dumb. Because there's a lot of words in English that also end with a C and an H. And they are pronounced like that, right? It's so inconsistent. I think I already complained about this in another stream. About how much English pronunciation is trash. You know. That's fine. Nice. I wish that would be always the middle attack there. Would be great. Oh, that hit me. Unbelievable. And I completely fucked that up. And then there is this shit. It's so hard. This is a mix of multiple languages, so what can you expect? Yeah, I know, it's just that. At least, I wish it was consistent. I don't mind it being hard to pronounce, right? Because there are some words that are hard to pronounce, but they are easy to remember, right? Because they make sense. There are some other words that make no sense at all. That's what pisses me off. If they only were hard, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? Oh, I did not mean to do that, but I'm somehow alive, so good shit. Oh, that's gonna be trash. Damn, that thing is still up there. So it just won't despawn until I kill it? Oh, that sucks. Look at that shit. So you need to destroy it. I thought it despawned after a while, but it doesn't. That's so ridiculous, huh? Whatever. I guess the reason why mech is pronounced like that is because mechanized being like... Wait, it's mechanized. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it makes sense if you see it that way. I forgot to jump. How did I forget to jump? That's fine. Probably I should look at the spike balls a little bit more there. Because I can probably predict the direction if I look at the bounce. But right now it's been a little bit complex to do that. Actually cash in a lot of damage from the red-haired orc in this phase. So here they are again. Timid. That gets so hard to do eventually. Alright. Sure, I will take that. I won't take this though. That's unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. I like how Don Pachi slowly went from no waifus to waifu Pachi side Ayosho, yeah. Yeah, that was really strange, right? Especially the true last boss making it literally the way it is. Hey mage, who is it going? Basically, didn't do much progress, so I don't really think you missed much. You know, basically the usual with a hard boss like this. Really slow progress. Really slow. Oh, and I got hit by that. And I forgot to switch sides. What the hell was that jump? Yeah, I just do my Wi-Fi now, right? It's exhausted, otherwise holding up. Who is you? Well, I'm also exhausted, but because of this game. So, yeah. This game is just killing my brain cells one at a time. I did not mean to flutter that. I really did not mean to flutter. Okay, so it's 8 hits apparently on that. Also, it seems that the speed of these spike balls is also RNG. So I'm not sure about that one. It looks like it is. Oh, that had a long range. Actually hit me. And this asshole is alive, why not? Just when I kill him, I got killed. Wonder what Long Aaron was thinking when he did that. I'm pretty sure I know what he was thinking. But I'm trying to say that it wasn't his head the one thinking, if you catch my drift. That slide cancel is killing me since the beginning of the game, pretty much. Yeah, that's such a shitty trap spawn. And I'm dead now. I'm gonna just need a toy to play with. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. That's exactly what he needed. And he got it. Oh, why did you not... You know, I think it might be a better idea to try to get all the secrets that I missed, because that way, at least if I really get tired of this fight, I can say that I got everything I could and the only thing left was the fight. But you know, I also don't want to blow my momentum, right? Even if my momentum is not really that impressive, but you know, I'm getting warm with this boss. Oh, that's so shitty. See? Like, how are you gonna make their hitbox huge on a pattern like that? That's unbelievable. Oh, good thing he actually died. Ooh, I thought that was gonna hit me. Did you see that trap spawn right there? That was horseshit. That was complete horseshit. That trap spawn right there. Like right on the wrong place. Is it wrong that I don't have absolutely anything interesting to say about this game? No. I mean, as I say, there's nothing interesting about this game. So, it's fine. Goodbye. Oh, come on, it's not like you're gonna die or anything, right, Tusk? I hope. Who is it going, by the way? Tusk and Balabist. Who is it going, Balabist? Here's a good one. This music is great, isn't it? Not really. I mean, it's not what I would call bad, but I really wouldn't call this great either. Well, this is more interesting than the rest of the boss themes, with the exception of the statues, right? But not really that much. It's not bad, which is kind of like, you know, actually rare in the game, but you know. Nice. Oh, fuck. Should have jumped earlier than that. Can't even hit you. You're not dead. Okay, now you're dead. Could have done a lot more damage out of that. I didn't know. Oh, I thought it was over. I got too confident. Or I guess I should say too greedy. Damn it. And of course that dog is gonna survive. Of course the dog is gonna survive at the wrong time. Nice run, thanks. But you know, these runs are not bad because they are not doing the shield attack. When they do the shield attack, that's when everything goes to the dumpster. Because the shield attack, I still haven't figured out how to properly dodge it without, you know, taking like 80% of life. Sounds pretty generic. Yeah, it sounds pretty generic. And Myogi's theme is even worse, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I'm mistaken or not, but I think Myogi's theme, which is the other boss that is waiting for me, is the same as her first theme. It's basically, you know, just as shitty as it was at the beginning of the game. Oh, that's gonna hit. Oh, and here comes the shields. Oh, and I got killed even before they attack. Nice. So see, that's the problem right there. That attack is the one that completely throws me off. The shields right there. Like, it's such a stupid attack. I get the idea of the attack. Problem is, the hitbox of the bosses is huge, right? Of both orcs. And these assholes are alive. Is there even a single game where dogs are not annoying? So I'm trying to think, but I really can't come up with any game where dogs are not annoying pieces of trash. Obviously, I'm talking when they are the enemy, right? Like, they managed to make dogs annoying even on Smash Bros. They actually managed that somehow. That's so stupid, dude. Like, why will you make the hitbox so big for an attack like this? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, the Nintendogs. The Nintendogs, yeah, but they are not enemies there. Like, the Nintendogs, I'm pretty sure they are supposed to be the main attraction, right? Every game I can think of those are some of the most annoying enemies. I know. And in fact, it's pretty funny that you mentioned Nintendogs, right? Because when I say that dogs were annoying in Smash, I was precisely talking about Nintendogs. Basically, Nintendogs are an assist trophy in Smash. And all they do is block the screen. So they manage to be annoying little shits in every game they are in. It's incredible. Well, I guess you can say that it's a video game trope at this point, right? If there is a dog in your game, it's gonna be a piece of trash. Again, a dog as an enemy, right? Well, I mean, sometimes they even manage to be annoying as companions as well. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I did it the wrong side. Why? Yeah, I completely fucked that up. What about wolves? I don't know. Honestly, to me, wolves and dogs are the same shit. In video games, I know. Like, obviously they aren't the same shit in real life, but in video games they are pretty much the same shit. Dog, wolves, they look the same, they behave pretty much the same. They have, you know, almost the same shape. So, you know. Yeah, I know that in real life are pretty similar, but if you try to pet a wolf, you probably have to, you know, try for them to not bite your hand off, right? Something that you probably won't worry about with a normal dog. I mean, I wouldn't get close to a wolf in real life, right? That would be pretty much a suicide. I mean, after all, wolves are predators. Carnivorous predators at that. So yeah. You don't want them close to you. You really don't. But you know, in video games they are pretty much the same shit. I mean, I can go as far as saying that in video games, animals that go on 4 legs are pretty much the same shit. Like tigers, panthers, anything you can think of. In video games they are pretty much the same trash. Did that really hit me? Well, I guess it did. suck. I need a strat for that. I don't know how to do that shield section, and I don't want to spend hours to figure it out. I probably should check out a video on that. I don't want to spend 3 hours just to figure out how to do that shitty shield attack. Yeah. In the Donpachi is the beast. Though those mostly should destroy your runner are a much bigger threat than the rabid nuisance that dog are in most games. It's what I will do. It's just that, you know, I don't like it because I feel like obviously part of the challenge is figuring it out, but this is just annoying. Oh, and yeah, you're still alive, why not? Oh, wow, that was so unfortunate. Today gonna be the day? I don't think so, but let's see. Who is it going old on? Like to think of it as why spend 100 hours on figure something out if I can do it easily in 5 hours with the right strategy. Well, I mean, I could also say why will I even waste time playing this game when I can just watch it on YouTube, right? I mean, when it comes to that, I can do the same argument for everything, right? Why do this if I can just do that? You know. Depends on why you're playing the game. I mean, I'm playing the game mostly as a challenge. And I feel that a pretty big part of the challenge is figuring out what to do. The only reason why I checked that video on the three-headed boss is because there was a literal bug. Right? There was a bug, so I needed to figure out how to, you know, get out of the bug, because otherwise I couldn't just beat the boss, right? That's the only reason why I check a video there, but here this is not a bug, this is just the boss being a piece of trash. Which is purely intentional, obviously. And that hit me, nice. Damn, that's a pretty fast ball. What the hell? Why are you still alive, piece of shit? Wish I could focus on killing. I'm dead. I feel like figuring things out is like a puzzle. I like doing it sometimes, but when I'm doing game like platformers or bullet hells, I'd rather just focus on the execution part. Well, the thing about the execution part is that in this boss fight, considering that it doesn't have almost any RNG, except for some pretty specific parts, there is not that much execution required. I mean, sure, I guess you can say that trying to bait the dogs requires execution, but that's not really the case. I mean, it does, but it's not like... It's more figuring out how to do it, not really executing it, right? And that hitbox is so humongously huge. Just so huge. I don't think I can do it without getting hit at least twice, that's the problem. I could do it by only getting hit once, it wouldn't be a problem at all. But twice is just too much. Wait, are those poison? Poison traps? Damn it. One of the main reasons Hivac took me so long is because I was the first to do it, so I had to figure out everything by myself. I see. What you're saying is, once you know everything, this game will be easy to know damage. No, I'm saying this boss, in particular, has barely any RNG. A lot of the game has a lot of RNG. In fact, there are bosses that are nothing but a huge RNG, you know, huge RNG bullshit, right? So what I'm saying is, this boss in particular doesn't have that much RNG, so once I learn how to do most of the attacks, execution is not really that important. The only time that it will be important is in those spike balls attack, where I'm pretty sure the spike balls are RNG. The rest is pretty much memory. I mean, sometimes you can screw up like that with that dog, you know, that's... and like that as well. So what happens if I start here? Nothing, because I obviously are... Oh, damn it. Look at this, dude. I really need someone to tell me how to do that. I really need that. Because I can't. Like, it seems like their hitbox is too huge for anything. I mean, it's huge even when I do the slide. Like, I can't even slide, because the hitbox is so huge. And obviously, considering the amount of traps on the ceiling, you also cannot jump. It's impossible to jump without getting hit by one of the traps. One of this. So this is pretty much the only RNG attack in the fight. And for this, yeah, you need execution. But you know, the rest is just memory most of the time. And honestly, the traps, which are the other RNG thing in the fight, are not even that big of a factor most of the time, right? Why did I get hit by that? Oh, I can't believe that. They actually regenerate. So you have to kill them pretty much at the same time. That's fucked up, dude. That's so fucked up. They regenerate. It's like Dark Souls 2 double boss before the final boss, where basically you have to kill both of them at the same time, because otherwise one of them regenerates. I basically was hoping that that was not the case. I really was hoping that. But you know, I guess that I'm asking for too much here. Right here, a game full of RNG bosses. I think of Camilla Tree, since that one has a lot of RNG bosses. I mean literally RNG, since you don't know where the bullets are going to go in most bosses. Are you planning on going for the other secrets? Yes, I am planning on going for the other secrets. That's the first time I've seen this since Dark Souls 2. Well, I mean, this game probably took inspiration from Dark Souls 2. I mean, I think this game released after Dark Souls 2, since this released in 2014. I don't remember when Dark Souls 2 released though, but I'm pretty sure it was before this. Why did I jump? Wonder how hard Dark Souls 2 will be to no hit. I don't know. I honestly will not do it, so yeah. That was pretty bad. Oh, I forgot to switch sides. While the entire Dark Souls trilogy, no hit runs. Yeah, I know. Sekiro wasn't too bad, and Dark Souls 1 and 2 are generally slower games. People have done a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to what it can be done, people have done everything, right? But that obviously doesn't mean that it's easy to do. So something like Dark Souls no hit, not only it will be extremely frustrating to do, but also insanely hard as well. Oh, I forgot to kill off that spike thing. That sucks. How did I forget about that? That's fine. Now it's dead. I forgot again. Damn, why am I so stupid? How did I forget about that twice in a row? I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did it. What am I even supposed to do here? Like, should I take her out? Oh, fuck. I was focusing too much in taking her out. I probably could have won that. I don't know why I got hit by that spike. I think I was paying too much attention to the health bars. Damn it. And the reason why it was so close in the first place is because the shield attack wasn't there either. I think I saw a guy doing some no leveling trilogy run. So a few people no hit the entire games. I was mostly talking about individual bosses. Would really be interesting in doing the entire games no hit. Getting better at this boss, so you should be done soon, hopefully. No leveling, no hit. Yeah, I know. Some people are really insane out there. For sure. Although that was so stupid. I can't believe... I focused too much on the health bars and I completely forgot to dodge that spike ball. Because if you don't pay attention to the health bars, you really don't know when you should stop, right? Maybe I should stop paying attention to the health bars that much. Just pay attention to the patterns themselves. That one was also pretty close. Ah, fuck. And here comes our favorite attack. Maybe I can hold up a little bit like that, but... I mean, I can, but it still takes a lot of damage to do that. Maybe I can do it so I only take one hit, but it's gonna be hard to figure out how. And here the problem is that I can't take another hit. Like, another hit here is just instant death. Or I guess that's because I hit the trap. If I hadn't hit the trap, I will be 2 hits away instead of 1. Yeah, maybe it's not that bad. Problem is that also the spike ball pattern, where they throw 4 spikes balls. Oh, damn it. That sucks. Like this one. This one, like, you can dodge it sometimes, but it's RNG. So sometimes something like this can happen, where the spike balls are extremely fast, and you can't do much. Today can be the day. I know. I think you will be considered pretty insane too by some people. Oh yeah, for sure. But the thing is, I think it's a difference in motivation, right? Because beating bosses that are really hard like this one basically are necessary to beat the game, right? But if you do something like Dark Souls, no hit, no level up, I mean, it's a good personal challenge, but the game won't reward you for that. You don't even get an achievement out of that. I mean, sure, it's impressive, and you also probably get a lot of, you know, a lot of people to follow you because of that, but it's so insane. Ah, that sucks. if I do something like this, right, try to... Okay. See, by doing that, I only got hit once. That's pretty much the best I can do that pattern. Wait, no, I didn't got hit once. I got hit twice, right? Sorry, I don't know how to count. Well, you know, I think that's the best I can do, because if I try to actually dodge shit, I'm just gonna die. What about Cave Through Last Bosses? There are achievements for that. Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't say anything about that. But I feel like doing entire... Well, I mean, speedrunning itself to me is something that is so insane, because the game won't reward you for speedrunning most of the time. Sometimes it does, but some of the other times it doesn't. Like, you should speedrun because you want to, but the game doesn't do shit about it, right? Like, you completed the game in 30 minutes, yeah, congratulations. Here, have a bunch of nothing. But, you know, I know that it's about personal preference, right? Yeah, I know, people should enjoy it. It's all about the bragging rights. Yeah, I guess. It's just that, you know, getting bragging rights from something that is, you know, doable, it's not that bad, but I don't know if it will be worth it to get bragging rights out of something that is so insanely hard that it wants to, like, it makes you want to pull your hair off. Oh, that sucks. Didn't care about bragging rights, but I thought I might as well record and maybe get some views. Yeah, it was interesting doing challenge anyways. Yeah, enjoyment too. I know. Yeah, which is the reason why I'm really interested in stop playing this game, right? Because this game just is not bringing much of the last thing you mentioned, which is enjoyment. This game has been a pain in the ass for a long time now, and I really want to stop, but I came so far that it's a shame if I stop now. It will be like a huge waste of time. Will you play Soul Grenet's game? Depends. If I beat this game, yes. If I don't, then no. So, you know. It will depend on this. If I can beat this, I definitely will give it a try. If I cannot beat this, then nah. Especially because those feels like the kind of games that are so expensive on launch that it's just not even worth to buy it on launch. There's no reason to do that. In fact, there is actually a game like that released, I think yesterday, probably not yesterday, but days ago, right? That is called Indivisible, right? You probably know it. That game basically is an indie game that's been in development for a long time and it's been anticipated and all that shit. And that game is worth the same as Sekiro in my store. So when I see something like that, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you can't just make an indie looking game and expect people to pay almost full price for it. Like, that's just not how it works. You know, a lot of indie developers understand that even if their games are good, their games are not worth full price, right? And you know, a lot of games that have actual budget behind it are also not worth full price. But indie games, a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, a lot of them are just not worth full price, right? And for some reason, a lot of indie developers think it's a good idea to put them on pretty expensive what do you say it? Price. Yeah, pretty expensive price. And I think that sadly, I mean, I don't know, I might be wrong, but I think Solgrinet's game is gonna be like that. I'm not saying it's gonna be full price. I'm saying that it's gonna be probably a lot more expensive than it should be for a game like that. But you know, whatever. God damn it. And I fucked up. But yeah. I also don't know if it's a good idea to play it on release, considering the amount of people that are gonna be playing it. I don't really think it's a good idea to play any game on release. If you are a small streamer, that is. If you're a big streamer, of course you wanna do that. Yeah, if you're a small streamer, nah, doesn't look like a good idea to me. Oh, fuck. Also considering potential bugs. Yeah, that too. It's a good idea if you can make a video of something that nobody else has done in that game quickly. Yeah, but at that point I'm not even enjoying the game if I do something like that. Like, trying to be first at all costs is such a... to me at least, it's just a shitty mentality. Because it doesn't let you enjoy the game. I mean, obviously, if it's something that nobody has done and nobody's probably gonna ever do, then sure. No problem there. If it's something that everyone is gonna try their asses to do, it just takes away the enjoyment, to me. I'm not a really competitive person, so maybe that's why. Damn, that hit me. That was insane. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it worked anyways. That trap right there is so unfortunate. Alright. Yeah, I knew that trap was gonna hit me. That's one of the things that RNG in this fight can be a problem, but it's so rare that that's a problem that, yeah. unfortunately that's how abuse works sometimes. Yeah, exactly, which is the reason why I say that it's worthless to me to play a game on release. Because I'm not gonna hurry. Like, I'm gonna take my time. Like with this game. This game, I already put like 50 something hours in this game, right? I definitely wouldn't have been the person to do anything, right? So that's why I say that playing games on release is completely useless if you're a small streamer. It just doesn't work. I mean, obviously if you don't care about views, then sure, it's not a bad idea at all. I don't think it's that bad if it's a smaller game. Yeah, for sure, but I'm pretty sure something like Soul Green's next game is gonna be anything but small. I mean, every speedrunner of this kind of games is gonna be playing it. Every, you know, person that just plays the newest game that releases is also gonna be playing it. So there's no reason. Like, if you want people to watch you playing a game like that on release, it's just... it doesn't work. If you insane challenge, you could even advertise yourself and people will watch and be amazed even if it's an old game. In your case, you should just do smaller games as a streamer. Yeah, I don't think it can get more smaller than this though. I mean, I did Touhou, I did Dodonpachi, right? And there aren't really many small games that are also high quality, right? So it's hard to find them. You're doing well in that regard. Thanks, but yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it on purpose, right? The fact that I'm doing small games. In fact, I'm thinking of, like, the next game that I'm planning to play after this is either, as I said before, it's either gonna be Tekken 7 or Dragon Ball FighterZ. Those two are anything but small games. So, yeah. It's gonna be tough, but I really wanna play those. So, even if they don't get any interest, I just wanna play them, right? Oh, I forgot to kill off that thing. Damn it. Nice. You know why traps have such a high chance of appearing there after those patterns, right? I don't really get it, but whatever. Oh, that hit me. Damn, that range is insane. That range is just a robbery. And that also sucks. When they do this ball spike attack, they jump back like that. So, if you're not ready for it, you just get hit. Whew, that was incredibly close. I check it out since I don't really know much about fighting games anyway. Older game can also work. Yeah, older games work. Well, that's the reason why I say that playing games on release is not worth it, because those same games that will eventually lose interest, there's gonna be a lot of people that did not watch it on release, but most people already moved on from the game, so in that case it is a good idea. Like, I remember I know that I'm not talking about a small streamer or anything like that, but I remember there was a streamer that started playing Doki Doki Literature Club way after it released, and I watched him play it because I'd never watched it before, so in that sense it worked, right? And since at that time nobody else was playing it because the fad of that game already passed, you know. A lot of people watch it, including myself. That could have been only one hit. The problem is that it was not one hit because, you know, I let that glove, like that spike thing live. But it could have been a one hit thing. And if I can do a one hit there, basically it shouldn't be a problem to survive the rest of the fight. Unless I screw up, which is pretty possible, but you know, that's always a possibility no matter what. Like this, for example. Assuming a new Donpachi game came out, I doubt there will be many on Twitch playing it, so new games can work if they are small. If there is a new Donpachi game coming out, I doubt it will even be available here. It will probably only be available on arcades. But yeah, I get what you say. Communities with a lot of followers but not many streamers are great. Yeah, we were talking about that before, right? Like the Touhou community, the I Wanna Be the Guy fan game community, the Azur Lane community, right? All of that shit is great, because there's a lot of people that follow the game but not that many people playing it. Yeah, those are really great communities to grow. I didn't mean to flutter, but that's fine. Didn't die. I mean, I didn't get hit. I should have dealt with that before, damn it. Oh, that sucks. That truly sucks. Oh, and she starts spawning the arrows. I didn't even practice for that attack, because it should not happen normally. And I'm dead. Or not yet. That's not a great idea, but doing that you only get hit once. I mean, it was a bad idea there because I was one hit away from death, but yeah. Have any plans on playing fun games in the future as well after this? I really not have any plans of doing that. I mean, I already said this before, and I know that there's a lot of people that don't feel the same way, but Not Another Needle game really left a pretty bad taste in my mouth. After that, I really don't want to play fun games. Especially because, you know what's the problem about Not Another Needle game? Everyone says it's great. So if that's the standard for great, then I don't think I care about the rest. Because they are probably gonna be similar to that, and I'm just not interested in a game like that again. And that was a lot of damage on the red hair. Damn, that was a pretty weird thing to get hit by. Got hit by the dog on a section that normally I don't get hit by. Damn, get fucked. That hit me, holy shit, the range on that ads, I mean. It's just a robbery. I feel robbed with that range. Oh, and this shit again, of course it's this shit again. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah, not a new game too much, I know. How is it going? Yummy. I'm gonna play fun games or recommend games like Boshi. Yeah, I know. Boshi isn't really a good game to start out. Yeah, and that's what everyone says, and I love Boshi. And I really did not like Another Needle game, so there is a disparity between what the community thinks and what I think. So for that, I feel like it's just not a good idea to play fun games. Which is kind of its own game. No, Another Needle game is more of a needle game, so it's definitely not for everyone. Doing Boshi on hard mode as starting game is pretty crazy, but it was fun. Like, it was fun to do. Something that I can say about Nang, right? I think you will like Kill the Guy if you like Boshi. And the marathon blind race games will be great. Yeah, I don't know. It's just that, you know. Well, I mean, after this game, I'm obviously gonna take a break from platformers. Like, that's for sure. Not even gonna think about it. I'm definitely taking a break from platformers after this game. Although, if I manage to beat this game, yeah, I'm gonna prepare for next Soul Green game. But you know, that's a big if. Oh, damn it. Damn, that adds is bullshit. Recommend giving it a try eventually. I think you will enjoy. Those games are nothing like none. Yeah, I guess. I guess I can try at some point. Damn it. This dogs. Oh, they were still going, damn it. I got aggressive again. I probably should count them. But nah, too much work. Because most people like Nang, that doesn't mean every other game is the same. No, I don't mean that every other game is the same. I just mean that if people like Nang, I feel like other games that people recommend normally are not gonna be a good experience. Because people recommend Nan, that's the thing. So if people recommend Nan, they also recommend games that, you know, I also might not like. Why did you flutter? Piece of shit, that was a slide. I recommend them for other reasons. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm gonna see about that. I really won't promise anything, cause it's most likely that I don't play fun games again than the fact that I play, but you know, we will see. I think it's probably the best Neil game, but Neil as a genre is in a really good place to start. Yeah, but the thing is that I didn't even start there. I mean, I start with the original I Wanna Be the Guy, then I went with, well, whatever Gaiden was supposed to be, and then I went with Boshi. And then I went with Nang, so I wouldn't even say... I mean, yes, it's one of the first one, but how many games do you need to say that you started playing fun games? Because, you know, regardless of how different Boshi is from usual fun games, it's still a fun game, so... Nan wasn't even the game that I started with. Oh, I again forgot about that. Oh, and I got hit by a trap. Nice. Nice, I got hit by a trap. Nice trap positioning right there. Really nice positioning. Why are you still alive? Can you tell me about it? That was bad. Yeah, that's it. Damn it. The thing with Neil is that it's mostly about the gameplay, so most Neil games will be considered pretty bad by non-Neil players. Yeah, probably. That's probably how it is. I mean, after playing that game, I definitely feel like I don't want to become a Needle player. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, needle games are just not my thing. That's fine. Could have been worse. Oh, I see that you're still alive. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna reset. Why not? Whew. Nice. That was unbelievable. Oh, I got hit right at the end. Come on. That sucks. And of course one of them survives. Nice. The worst part about that ads is that it's not enough that it has a shit ton of range, but it also stays active for so long that, yeah, fuck that ads. Oh, by the way, I'm one hit away from dying. I probably should be pretty careful. Oh, nice. Nice way of being careful. Avoidance is another genre that's hard to get into, although I feel like that one is more approachable. Depends on what kind of avoidance that is. There are some great avoidances, but I don't think they will be as popular as games like Boshi. Nah, I mean, honestly, I've been thinking about it, right? When it comes to avoidance. And if I wanted to play avoidance, I will just play a Danmaku game. Which is pretty much the same, but actually oriented to dodging, right? Like the game itself was from the ground up designed to be dodge instead of, you know, a platform game dodging a lot of bullshit in the way. So yeah, I'm not really fond of avoidances either, it seems. Oh, come on, that's horseshit. And I hit him. These dogs are going to be bad. Grinding Miko for hundreds of hours. Yeah, I will have to pass on that. I can barely hit them. Probably shouldn't even try to hit them though. I should probably stop damaging the purple one. Damn it, this is not good. I'm pretty nervous. When I'm nervous, I tend to do stupid stuff. Like that. Oh, you had to use the damn shield. You're a piece of shit, you know that? He had to use the shield. That's so unlucky. That's so incredibly unlucky, I can't believe it. They started with the shield. That's so unlucky. You can't damage them with the shield. I'm so salty right now. Fuck this boss, dude. That was so unlucky. I was right there, but they decided that using the shield was a good idea. Yeah, exactly. That's something that also surprised me. When they were on the ground, they still shunned pieces of trash. Yeah, no, this game doesn't want me to lose. This game wants me to stop playing, and it's doing a pretty good job at that, let me tell you that. Like, it's doing a really good job. You know, I should have done that a long time ago. Now it's just too late. That's so fucked up, dude. And of course, that makes sense because it was the last attack remaining, the shield one. How am I even supposed to predict that? Like, as soon as I down one of them, as soon as one of them fell, the other pattern immediately started, so it was impossible for me to deal any damage. Even if I wasn't nervous. Like, the nerves had nothing to do there. I would have won if it wasn't for the shield. Unbelievable, dude. It's like you always get surprised by new bullshit. It's insane. Oh, and I got hit by that. That's amazing. And you're not dead. Why are you not dead? Here comes the arrows. Nice. And the pattern is completely screwed. So fuck this. Damn it. Okay, now I can get these damn dogs off me, huh? So I basically can't let them start the shield attack if it is at the end. If they do that, I'm done. The only way will be for them to use the shield attack as one of the first ones. But usually when that happens, I don't reach that far. Because, you know, that attack is bullshit, so it makes sense that I don't reach that far. Wow, alright. And now begins the tilting session, right? Basically when you're tilted and you should die to things that you shouldn't die to. Yeah, that happens pretty often. Especially with games like this. You get tilted and it's pretty hard to untilt. It really is. Yeah, you want to spawn a trap just there. What the hell is that trap? Why is it so down like that? Oh fuck. Speaking of traps. Yeah, that was a mortal one. Damn, the traps. Have to go, but good luck, you're close. Thanks. Have a good one. Thunder, and thanks for hanging out. But yeah, again, you know what they say. So close and at the same time so far. It is one of those cases where it's really close but really far at the same time. And you can't do anything about it. You have to deal with it. Or not. I don't have to deal with it if I don't want to, but you know. I'm gonna keep trying. Just a little bit more. Problem is that if this boss is getting me this salty, I can't imagine what Myogi is gonna do. Honestly, don't be surprised if Myogi is my last boss on this game. Because, you know, it's pretty probable. Myogi is just top tier bullshit, so don't be surprised if that's my last one. I know that this one I can definitely defeat them. It's just a matter of time, but Myogi, like... That's probably why I'm so upset, right? Because I know that this is just... Like, compared to Myogi, this boss is child's play, right? It really is. At least I only got hit once by that shield attack, so that's great. Oh, that... These fucking dogs, I swear. These dogs are just... And I didn't even screw that up. Didn't even do that. That was such a good run as well, because if you get the shield at first, it means that obviously it's impossible to get it at last. And I only got hit once, so that's, you know, double as good, right? Whatever. Oh, I forgot about the... That's pretty easy to forget about. I need a reminder for that. A reminder to kill that spike on the chain. It wouldn't be that bad if the dogs couldn't jump. They can actually jump. And when they jump on the edge, they recover instead of dying like they should. That hit me regardless. Wow. Nice. Maybe the direction I look at when the dogs are chasing me down matters. Maybe if I look at the opposite side, they will try to run further. I don't know. I think I will try that. It's not a good situation because I'm cashing too much damage on the red hair. If I do that, I will have to stop damaging them, and of course the dogs ruin the run. Yeah, dogs and ruining runs. Name a more iconic duo, right? Actually, I don't even know why I'm continuing with this run, because if the shield attack comes out, there's no way I can defeat it without... Yeah, there is no way I can do this. I mean, you can kinda jump actually. Like, the traps are there, yes, but you can try to avoid the traps. It's just that avoiding the traps is... I mean, they... spawn there a lot just because of that, because you're not supposed to jump. what happens? Okay, I wanna try two things. If I flutter looking at the left and if I do it looking at the right. If I do it at the left, I don't think it matters, but just trying. Alright, I look at the left on both occasions there and both of them the dogs died. Alright, it might be a good strat. Maybe it was just coincidence though, but if it was not coincidence, that's a huge discovery. But it was mostly coincidence, I think. The worst part is that you can even damage them with range, I'm pretty sure, on that attack. Like, you can damage them melee, which makes sense, but you can damage them with range either. So it's double as fucked up. I don't really think the direction you're looking at makes any difference, but I don't know. Oh, I screwed that up again. It's just that paying attention to everything is so hard that it's just... it's pretty taxing to the mind. I mean, to your brain. And to your mind as well, but those are mostly the same thing. Tim, come on. That hit was also pretty unlucky. I went too much to the left there. Yeah, with this damage, especially in an attack like that, it's just quite unfortunate. I think no matter what direction you're looking, it doesn't really change much. That was horseshit. The worst part is that I can't even commentate on this fight, because every mistake I do is basically my bad, right? So the only thing I can say is I screwed up, that's it. Everything else, for the most part, RNG doesn't play a role here, so it's really just doing this right, and that's it. But obviously doing this right is a lot harder than it sounds. See, for example there, it's not like that was hard to dodge, but I just screwed up. Just screwed up because I screwed up, that's it. There's no other reason for that. well, that was one of the instances where RNG screwed me over, but yeah, it's a rare case. Yeah, see, that was purely that was purely my fault right there. So I can't really do or say anything then, other than, you know, I screwed up. That's it. Yeah, I got hit like that too. Alright. Well, at least even with that I can still do this with only getting hit once, which is great. It's a lot more than I thought that I could do at the beginning, so it's definitely good that that's the case. Damn, 2 of them survived? That's outrageous. Well, this is technically doable, but basically requires me to play perfectly. Because 1 hit and I'm dead. Regardless of what it is, I'm just dead. Even a trap is dead at this point. Because traps, they don't just deal 8 points of damage, they deal 16. Because they hit twice. They just refuse to die. That's the most fucked up part, I feel. Because there are a lot of attacks in this fight that eventually they go away. Well, the dogs do not go away if you don't kill them. They should stay on the screen like this forever until you eventually care enough to kill them. That's the fucked up part. got too greedy with the damage there. Too greedy. Unfortunate. That count as a flutter, huh? Didn't intend that to be a flutter. Sometimes I'm lucky and the dog that survives eventually dies. But sometimes I'm not, like this. This is one of those times where I'm not lucky. I know that the dogs are not RNG, but it damn feels like they were. Really feels like they were RNG, even though I know they are not. Of course, that's the one that's gonna hit me. Nice. Wait, did I switch weapon? Yeah, I switched weapon. There we go. Oh, so that's what that sound effect means. That sound effect happens when you switch weapon. Interesting. I did not remember that. Wow, they both survive, and now I have to deal with the arrows. I think that's the most fucked up part, right? When they don't die, instead of, you know, just not doing anything and let them be the annoying shits they are, no, she actually shoots arrows. Because that's definitely not gonna make me restart, right? In any case, fuck this boss. If I wasn't clear enough. Like I can recognize the amount of hits because of the sound. And this is just gonna throw off my whole strategy, right? Yep, it will. Just as expected. I need to move a lot less than I thought. Seems like you really need to do a literal neutral jump. You have to be as neutral as possible. If you move a little bit, it's over. I thought it was the opposite thing, but I guess not. But now they all die. Nice. I like when that happens. I really enjoy watching these dogs jump off a cliff. Really feels good. The shield bullshit. That's fine. Probably shouldn't have moved there, but whatever. It's not gonna change much. Oh, nice luck. Yeah, that can happen sometimes. RNG traps do that. But it's so rare that it happens. But when it happens, the run is pretty much over. I mean, there are so many things that can basically destroy your run in this boss that is insane. Because if you miss the synchronization between the attacks, it's pretty much over. And losing your synchronization is incredibly easy. So any minor thing that could happen is just gonna completely ruin your run. And the dogs are perfect for doing that. Running your run, that is. Ooh, that trap also almost kills me. Almost. Oh, and that trap was so unfortunate as well. And this is a pretty hard situation. I can't get hit, basically. Did it too late. Yeah, did it too late. Yeah, but honestly, right there, trying to survive without getting hit, yeah, it was just too hard. Really trying to study what's the best way to make sure these dogs get the fuck off the platform, but I'm not sure if I really understand it. I feel like one of the things that might help is how high you jump. But I think I already tried that before and it had nothing to do with it. Of course you had to do that one. I shouldn't have jumped. If I jump too high on that first one, I'm probably gonna get hit by the fire. Actually, maybe I should jump again, like after the flutter. That will actually dodge the fire, which is exactly what I need. Did I fuck up? Yes, I did fuck up. Okay. The chambers, huh? Well, this one decided to survive there. Yeah, I think it's mostly trying to do the first jump really high and then do a full flutter. Well, I don't even think there's such a thing as a full flutter. I think you either flutter or you don't. I don't think you can cancel your flutter, right? Maybe you can. Well, I think... Can you cancel it with... Maybe you can cancel it with jump. Actually, let's try that. So if I jump here... I wouldn't say it's necessarily a cancel. Well, yeah, it works like a cancel, I will say. Although it's a little bit weird. Like you flutter, jump, and it kind of cancels it. Yeah, I guess there is a flutter cancel. Basically, what I need to do for these dogs is full jump and full flutter. I feel... I mean, but sometimes not even that works. That's the problem. Done. No, I don't even think if that spike thing that shoots the spikes is supposed to be a living creature or it's just an object. I have no clue. But considering that it takes damage, it might be a living thing. Maybe. I don't know. Not mean to flutter like that, but it worked anyways. That's also bad luck. I tried to go for the spike ball, but there was that trap in the way. Unfortunate. That's also unfortunate, right there. You know, considering the amount of shit that this fight has, you really wonder, like, are the traps necessary? Like, with all the hard shit that this trash fight has, are the traps really necessary? Like, I can understand them being there on the shield attack, because otherwise the shield attack will probably be insanely easy. But why here? Maybe they are demon mode exclusive, which again will fuel my theory that demon mode is trash. But I don't know. Traps feel like a little bit overdone, especially if they are gonna be RNG, because they can be non-RNG. They are immortal too, okay. Well, I guess it's just the fight being trash then, because there's no reason for them to be there. Everything is already hard enough, and it's even worse if you make it RNG. Whatever. I like this strategy. I know that I get hit once, so it's obviously not perfect, but at least, you know, I think I can afford getting hit once, honestly. I don't feel like there's any problem with it. I mean, obviously, yes, it would be better if I didn't get hit even once, but you know, you take what you can get, or you get what you can take. Whatever the saying those says. Okay. Also, what I feel that is pretty fucked up about this spike attack, this one right here, the fact that they have RNG directions, it makes sense, but the fact that they have RNG speeds, I feel like that's fucked up, because the fast ones are obviously harder than the slow ones. So that's one of those cases where RNG makes the attack incredibly unbalanced. Because it can be really easy, or it can be incredibly hard like the last one. If you get an all slow things, is that part of the fight really necessary? It's a good summary of every boss fight in this game. Yeah, I know. I mean, obviously there is a lot of unnecessary things in this fight, right? But the traps just strike me as ultimately unnecessary, right? Because it's like, if they weren't there, it's not like the fight will change much. But at the same time, if you get unlucky, like the rare occasion where you get unlucky with a trap that spawns right where it shouldn't spawn, that's when it screws you over. So it's like one of those things that, like, imagine if there was a boss fight where there was a, I don't know, like a 2% chance that you instantly die in one of the attacks, right? Like, what's the point? It doesn't change the fight much, but at the same time, it's, you know, completely unnecessary. Especially if it's based on luck, which this is. I wonder if I'm gonna... You know, I don't know if I'm gonna beat this fight, right? But if I do beat this fight, I wonder if I'm gonna get their skin color and their armor, because I like both. Especially the armor. Although I guess the armor that I'm wearing right now is pretty similar, right? Well, not really, but yeah, kinda similar. Especially because a green skin color could bring a lot of new combinations that will probably be really cool looking, right? I don't know. I hope they do. Like, you know, the statues, like the 3 statues that were basically the guardians of the temple, or whatever this is supposed to be. They dropped 2 cosmetics, right? Like they dropped the stone skin color and that ugly head with the eye, right? So I hope that this do the same thing. They drop both things. I mean, it will make sense if you ask me. But then again, a lot of things will make sense in this game and they don't. So, you know, whatever. Also, this is kind of bad. It's kind of bad because the last attack is gonna be the shields, and I don't want the same shit that happened before to happen right now. It's looking like it might happen. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was a run that was incredibly similar to this one. Although now that I know that that might be the case, my shoes hold up. Like, I will probably wait. Actually, I don't know what I do. And I don't have much time to think. That's the problem. Oh, I already downed one of them. That's bad. See, the same thing happened again. Unbelievable. Well, at least this doesn't mean like it's the end of the fight. It just means that I have to down one of them again. Well, it is the end of the fight, it seems. The same thing happened. Literally the same thing. The same fucking thing happened. I should have waited until the end of that. Like, there is no way I can do enough damage to kill them before the shield part. So I should stop myself from doing damage there, beat the shield part, and then on the next pattern try to kill them. Problem is that the next pattern is gonna have the dogs. If it has the dogs, it's gonna be such a pain. With the dogs, like trying to take both of them down, that's gonna be such a bad thing. Especially because the one that is probably gonna fall first, which is the purple haired one, is not the one that throws the dogs, right? And that being the case, it basically means that the dogs are gonna still be there while I try to take them down. So that's a pretty bad thing, obviously. That sucks. That shield attack is just garbage. In every sense of the word. Actually, there are many sense of the word garbage, right? That's actually pretty interesting. you know, garbage, same way as trash, right? It's one of those things that only means one thing, right? That something is worthless, pretty much. That's pretty interesting, because there are a lot of words that can be used for different things. I'm pretty sure trash is not one of them. Like, trash is a word that always means the same thing. At least I think that's the case, right? I don't think there's any other meaning of trash that could be used other than the main one. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I know that it can be both used as a noun and as a verb. I know that. But I mean that the meaning itself is the same, right? Although there might be more words with that kind of thing than I think. Like, there might be a lot more words with only one meaning than words with multiple meanings, right? I don't know. I'm not a linguistic, so I have no clue if that's indeed the case or not. I almost got hit there. Would have been catastrophic. That's fine. Damn, nice trap. Pretty nice trap. Well, at least one of the dogs died. That means that she won't spawn the damn arrows. Oh, but now... Okay, nice. Good shit. So now that the shields are gone, I can probably try to actually kill her. Right? It will make a lot of sense. Although I should definitely take out this thing first. Oh, fuck. That's so fucked up, dude. The traps. That was the trap. If that trap wasn't there, that would have probably been it. Damn it. Or maybe not, because even if this is not the shield attack, this is one of the attacks where I can fight melee. Well, I mean, none of the attacks I can actually fight melee, but the difference in damage was pretty big. So maybe I couldn't even have done it there. Although it would have been a pretty big chance, for sure. My guess with the traps is that they thought that this fight didn't have enough RNG, so they needed to add something that was complete RNG, so they thought about the traps. Though they could have just kept them, but you know, they didn't keep it. They really needed RNG in there. They really... Like, Solgreen watched, like, he saw this fight and he was like, where the hell is the RNG? And then, you know, he just added the trap shoes because he felt like there was not enough RNG. Because they look so out of place, right? With the whole fight. You know how the whole flow of the fight has like this section-based fight and all of this, like this pretty order-heavy fight, right? And the traps are always there, so it's so out of place that they might as well have been added at last second, right? You never know. Cool, that almost gets me again. See, but the problem here is that there's gonna be a lot of damage disparity between the two orcs. Like the red-haired one always gets the short end of the stick. But that's a problem, because you don't want to kill them early. Oh, that's so fucked up. This thing being RNG is also a huge deal. Like, that pattern can, as I said before, be incredibly easy or incredibly hard. Wow, that dog saved itself so... I wish I had that dog's luck. Wait a second. Did the shield attack already happen? No, I'm pretty sure it didn't, right? So it's the one that comes right afterwards. So it means that I should not kill... Yeah, there we go. That sucks. I just can't stop getting unlucky. You see what happened there? That spike from the ball immediately came there where I needed to do the slide. How unlucky can I get? Like, it feels like this is a competition on how unlucky I can get in this fight. And I'm getting really unlucky. Yeah, it feels like every single run so far has been so incredibly unlucky that it just hurts. Be it for the traps or for something else, there's always been something that was there just at the wrong time. Damn, really? And they are now dead, and I get hit by a trap. Yeah, that's a reset, because I can't do the shield without getting hit. Really, it's a pretty big unlucky parade, this whole fight. I don't think there is a better word for this whole experience. Unlucky. Maybe unfortunate. Unfortunate, maybe it's a better word. But they mean kinda the same thing, right? I mean, fortune and luck are pretty much synonyms, right? So something that I find really funny in this fight is how the red-haired orc just throws the dogs as if they were a rock, right? Like, just take the dogs. Also, about the emote, right? Remember that I say that I put a new emote, but it's still, they are still checking it. The reason why they take so long might be because we are, well, in the month of Halloween, right? And a lot of streamers, they change their emotes to match Halloween. And obviously most of the streamers that do that are partners that have a lot of emotes and they change all of them. So yeah, they might be way more busy than they were when I got, you know, the finger emote, right? Which sucks, but you know, it's the way it is. Oh, I switched the attack. I also don't know if that method of switching the attack is really good, right? Basically holding the attack button, especially in fights that are as hard as this one, right? A lot of times out of nerves or out of anything, you're just not gonna really, like, you might hold the attack button just because the attack that you're trying to dodge is so hard that, you know, you just hold the attack button, and if you do that, you change your weapon whether you like it or not, because for some reason it doesn't default to the weapon you're using, it defaults to the first one, right? So yeah, it sucks. Wow, that was a weird spawn. Are there two dogs there? No, there's only one. Okay. Not that it matters, but yeah. Really? Nice. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 more tries. That's one. That was pretty short. That's 2, alright. Guess I'm gonna be ending this sooner than I expected. Oh, not nice. That's a lot of damage on the red hair. A lot more than it should. So basically here I screwed up, yes, basically. But aside from that, if I didn't screw up, basically the point of this, well, I mean, if I screwed up already, might as well take her down, right? Since it doesn't make any difference. That sucks. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. So yeah, I'm gonna continue this tomorrow and whatever. Though I really feel like if I can beat this tomorrow, that should be it. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna beat this tomorrow. Like, if I can beat this tomorrow, that means that I can't do much else. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna give up if I can get this tomorrow. But, you know, I'm gonna get it. Don't worry about it. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching everyone, and see you on the next stream. So take care everyone.